Hi, this is Steve here from the AI Marketing Hub, where we help you integrate AI to improve your marketing and sales results. In this video, I'm going to show you how we can use AI to improve your Facebook ads. Now, one thing that you don't want to do is to come into AI and just ask it, create Facebook ads for whatever my business is. You want to preload it with information about your business, and if you're already running ads, then you can use this method. If you're not running ads at all, you've never run ads for your business, I'm going to tell you how to do that at the end. So you can see here we've got this campaign which has spent £350 to generate 70 leads at a £5 cost per lead, which is not the greatest. I'm confident the results were probably better than that because certainly more leads were generated, but some nice round numbers for us to work with anyway. So what I want you to do, if you're going to do this on your own ads, is to click into your campaign and then go to, at the ad set level, if you press charts, scroll down and go to ads reporting. Now I've already preloaded this for us and I've added some metrics which you can do on the right hand side here. So I've added the cost per results, things like the cost per click and the amount spent, etc. So what this has done is actually given us all of the headlines which you can get by going to this section here and scroll down to the dynamic creative section and select test. So you can get this to do anything. You can give it the raw data, and what we're going to do is we're actually going to either export this, which I have already done to save time, or you can just copy and paste all of your ads in and include the results. As you can see, I think this one has the cost per lead. Hopefully if we scroll across, it's got the cost per lead here, and the goal is for us to teach AI which headlines, for example, have performed well. You can see this one has a cost per lead of £1.36. So we want to use that inside our ads and create new versions of that particular piece of creative or content. And same here, this one, cost per lead, the average is £5, but you can see this one has got a cost per lead of just £1.46. So that's significantly improving or significantly better than our average. The goal is to copy all of this, copy it into ChatGPT or whichever AI you want to use. I'm using Manus, because I've got an AI marketing assistant project built in there. And if you want to do that, I'll just show you quickly. If you come into the group, it's completely free. I add a link down below. Go to the classroom and the AI prompts. The top one here is how to create an AI marketing assistant. You copy this into your AI of choice, add all the information about your business, and that will then be preloaded with all the history of your business, previous advertising reports if you like, sales reports you can add in there. You can add in your creatives inside of here so it learns about your business. Then once you have a project, or you can do this as a one-off, you would just need to add more information in here. You can upload the business report, which I've already downloaded here, or if you're not too technical, just copy all of your previous headlines here. You can also do this for images because you can change what we're actually looking at here. So for example, if we take off the text, you can actually change it to add creatives and it will give you the same information. So it will show you actually what images or videos have performed well, and again it will give you the cost per lead for every single video or image, and you can just copy that here and paste it into your projects or into your AI of choice, and then I'll say something like, read this advertising data line for line, analyze it as an expert marketing analyst. And then I'm going to ask it to create 5 new pieces of headlines, primary text and descriptions. So now this is very quick because I don't want to waste your time, and perhaps my typing is not as quick as it could be. I've just said read this ads data and create 5 new headlines based on the best performers. Now you'd probably want to qualify that a bit more by explaining, you know, what is a best performer for you. So is it based on the volume of leads or is it based on the cost per lead? You then could say, for example, that you want it to include certain things. However, if we quickly jot back, because I've uploaded quite a lot of data here, it might take a moment, and also it is considering my previous business history. But often when you add this into any project like ChatGPT does it very quickly. Gemini is very good for analysing data as well, and it will probably come back or much quicker than this. But ultimately, I expect within a minute or so, it will come back with 5 new headlines that we can then test and copy those into your ad. So all I would do then is go into the ads, delete some of those that are not performing well, and then add in the new headlines. So it's on a bit of a go slow, maybe because I'm recording this video as well, but hopefully this will come up with some new headlines that we can actually test. As I say, Manus is a fantastic AI, but it does often take longer than the others because it goes into more detail. Just whilst I'm doing that, what I would say is if you haven't got any previous history, if you're starting a brand new campaign, all you could do is you could come into ChatGPT, you could type in here or copy your website or the product that you want to sell or your service, tell it as much as you can about the business, or give, for example, your 5 closest competitors, and then ask it to create 5 pieces of headlines, primary text and descriptions, and then it will actually do that for you, and very quickly it will come back with some results. And once you have those, you can test those results inside of your ads like this, and when you have more data you can come back and refine it with some new headlines here. So you can see here it's actually picked out the top performers and it's given the data behind it. For example, this one here has a cost per lead of just 95p. So considering our average cost per lead was £5, that's 20% of the cost, 5 times better. And it will actually tell you why it works. Another headline here gives you the data behind it, and again it will say why it works. So it's got a timely hook, which is 2026 is number 1. It's mobile first, removes any barriers, and again here it goes on to much more detail. So it can give you hooks, it can give you the emojis that work well, it can tell you about the target audience, and it can give you all sorts of different things. You can now go backwards and forwards on this, is say, based on these headlines, 5 descriptions. So we've got the headlines up here. I'm now asking it to pair 5 descriptions that will go alongside the new descriptions or the new headlines, and it will do that for us. So you can really craft a whole new campaign by using this method. So hopefully you'll find that useful. If you have any questions on how this works, or you want to learn more about how to integrate AI into your business, come into the AI Marketing Hub and I will be here to answer any questions and see how we can help.